Hi, Jacqueline. We share the same name. Thank you for coming out today to role play with me. We're gonna do an expired. Yes.
Okay. Well,
And
thank you for inviting me. Yes, we're gonna do an expired.
I always love role playing with you because you're a tough role play partner.
Well, I like role playing with you because I learn from you.
And I like role playing with you because if it's too easy, then people watch it like, nah, nah, it's never like that. So
Right.
I
Right.
appreciate
Right.
you being, even though expireds may not be easy to talk to. A lot of agents are scared of calling expireds because they're not happy people, and they shouldn't be. But it is, I think everybody knows I have a reputation for loving FISBOs and expireds, and I do. I love them equally, but expireds are easier to list than FISBOs, because FISBOs, obviously there's a whole FISBO presentation around, where expireds, they're not easy to talk to, but if you can get past their frustration,
That's right.
all their objections, and you get an appointment and
That's
you
right.
go up at a high level, they're easy.
That's right.
So,
That's right. I was explaining that to someone this morning in my role play.
oh, really?
All the yes, that very thing that you just said.
Yeah,
Once you get past that, you can get them listed.
right.
There, yeah.
Let's
But
see how quickly I can get past you being upset. You're gonna be the expired. All right. Ring ring.
hello,
Hello, is this Jacqueline?
this is Jacqueline. Who am I speaking with?
Jacqueline, this is Jackie. I'm a local real estate agent. I'm sure you know that your house came off the market this morning, and I'm calling you because I
Mm.
am confident that I can sell your house. And I'd like to meet with you for just 20 minutes and show you exactly how I can do that for you. Would 3 o'clock work today? Would 4 be better?
No, you know what? I just told the other agents that are calling me that I'm not putting my property on the market, and
Oh,
I ask you guys to take me off your list.
yeah,
And you keep calling me.
yeah,
I'm not putting it back on the market
Jacqueline.
at this moment
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
So you
no.
know what? I
Yeah,
really thank you for
yeah, no,
calling me.
I completely understand. I just gotta ask you one quick question, and it's perfectly okay if you want to leave it off the market for now. When are you thinking that you might put it back for sale?
I'm not putting it back on the market at this moment right now
Right.
because I'm just not doing that. We're gonna make some changes right now,
Oh, oh,
and
to
so
your
we're
home?
not putting it back.
Changes to your home?
Yes, yes. Well, my
Wow.
other agent, had suggested. So we're not putting it back on the market at the moment.
Really?
We're not doing that. So
And
you can take me off your list,
okay,
and
yeah,
if I decide I want to put it back on
it,
the market, I will put it back
I
on the market with the agent that I had. I
oh,
thank
I
you so
see.
much.
Okay, and Jacqueline, by the way, I respect what you're saying. It sounds like your
Hmm.
previous agent had done an okay job, because you would consider relisting with them even though your house didn't sell. I gotta ask you this quick question though, and I know you're saying take me off the list. I wish that I could do that for you. Unfortunately, I don't. I'm not the one controlling the information on your property. I can tell you though, the easiest way, Jacqueline, for you to not receive any more calls from real estate agents would be to listing your home with me. If you decide to do that, nobody else is gonna call you. Just saying. But Jacqueline, I gotta ask you though, because I specialize in selling houses like yours that were listed with another agent and the house didn't sell.
Hmm.
And one of the things that, quite honestly, in all of my years of experience and having sold dozens of properties like yours, I don't even remember one time that I recommended to my clients to actually make changes to the home in order to sell. That's typically not a good idea. You're going to spend time and money, and it's not likely that you will get it back. So here's what I'm thinking, and you're under absolutely no obligation. I know you don't want to sell the home now, and who knows, maybe you'll sell it in the future. Whenever you decide to do it, I'd like to stop by for just
Listen,
20 minutes. And,
I
and
know
give
what
you,
I can't learn nothing in 20 minutes. And then also I told my agent that I will be giving them a call back when I'm ready.
yes,
And so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna upgrade the kitchen right now
right,
and do some
right,
things to the floor.
right, right.
But that's about it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
because I'll be wasting your time because I know that I'm not going to be listing with you. I'll
Right.
be wasting my time
I
and your
understand.
time.
I really, really appreciate, Jacqueline, what you're saying. I appreciate you not wanting to waste my time, and I can promise you this. I heard everything you said. You can't learn anything in 20 minutes. You don't want to waste your time, and I
Right.
promise you.
Knowing that I'm not going to sign with you, I'm
No, no,
not doing
no.
that.
I wouldn't expect you to say that to me over the phone. That would be completely unreasonable for you to, like, you have no idea who I am. What do you mean, sign with me? That's not my expectation. I promise you, though, Jacqueline, if you give me 20 minutes of your time, even if you decide not to work with me, you're going to walk away from our meeting with a lot of very important information that's going to help you in the decision of when to sell your house and who to sell it with, so you
Well,
can be sure that you don't have the same thing happen again, which is waste 6 months with an unsold property. Can I
well,
have 20 minutes of your time around 3 o'clock today, or would 4 be better?
you know what? You sound like a nice lady.
Oh, thank you. So,
Again, I'm not going to waste your time.
yeah.
What is it that you're going to tell me? Tell me over the phone.
There are there's two very important things, Jacqueline. Number one, you want to make some improvements to your home. And you said you're not selling it now. When you decide to sell it, use the same agent. If you are thinking about making some improvements in order to help your home sell in the future, I'd like to give you a second opinion on that. So you make sure that you don't waste your time and money on making improvements that you're not going to get a return on the investment. Secondly, Jacqueline, I am an active and aggressive agent. In the last 6 months, while your home was for sale, I've sold 10 properties because I know what to do to find the buyer for the properties that I list versus letting it sit on the
Oh,
market.
you sold them in my area?
Well, I have sold homes in your area. And
You
again,
sold any of the 10 in my area?
I quite honestly, I don't have that information in front of me right now. I sell
You
homes
don't know what you sold?
I sell homes all over our area, and it's quite honestly irrelevant where the property is located. I have a system in place where I look for the right buyer for the properties that I list. It would only take 20 minutes for me to share that information with you. So when, Jacqueline, I know you're not listing the house right now. When you are ready to sell it, you will know what's going to take to make that happen. So, can I have 20 minutes of your time at 3 o'clock today? Would 4 be better?
So what is it that you're going to tell me in 20 minutes? Can
Um,
you tell me now?
well, first thing, as we discussed, I'm going to take a look at your home and give you my professional opinion on whether you should make any improvements to the home or not in order to sell it. Secondly, I'm going to share with you how I find buyers for the properties that I list. Jacqueline, ultimately, when you decide to sell, that's what you would expect an agent to do, to be able to find the buyer for your property, not sit around and hope and pray that the buyer will find them. That doesn't make any sense. You would want an agent that knows how to find the right buyer for your property that would pay top market price, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm going to show you, how I do that and how I can do it for you. So would 3 o'clock be good for you today? Would 4 be better?
Mm. Well, okay. You know what? I'll let you come in for 20 minutes. I only have 20 minutes.
I
So
appreciate that.
4 o'clock will be okay. I only have 20 minutes. After that
That's
20 minutes, then you'll have to
perfectly
leave.
fine, Jacqueline. On my end, it's only going to take 20 minutes. If you have some additional questions, I'd be happy to take a little extra time and answer them for you. So, in order, Jacqueline, for me to better prepare for our meeting, I'm just curious if you had sold this property, because you had it on the market up until yesterday. If you had sold this house, where would you be moving to?
Oh, I'm moving to Hawaii.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Are you serious? That's like one of the most exciting moves that I've had any of my clients make in a long, long time. Good for you.
Yes, I'm moving to Hawaii.
Hey, that sounds amazing. So, in an ideal real estate world, when would you like to be in Hawaii?
Well, I'm not in a rush right now since the house didn't sell. I'm not in a rush. And if it doesn't sell, I just stay here. So whenever it sells,
Yeah,
I'm okay with that
and
because
I
I've already
understand.
retired.
And oh, good for you. Well, and by the way, what a great position to be in, that you're not in a hurry to sell the house, because
Hmm.
obviously the sellers, when they're in a hurry to sell, that can affect, in the end, can
Hmm.
affect how much they sell the property for. So good for you that you're not in
Okay.
a
Well,
situation.
I'll see you at 4 o'clock. Okay.
Real quick,
You
Jacqueline.
said,
Ideally, though, let's say, and I know, look, I'm not expecting you right now for you to say you're going to hire me. I know you're not looking to list the property. But if we were to agree on the price, if you felt confident that I can get this property sold for you and you decided to go ahead and hire me, when would you ideally like to have it sold so you can get to Hawaii?
I'm not in a rush. So whenever it
Yeah.
happens.
Well, so
And I'm
let me,
already retired, like I
yeah.
said. So
So,
that's it.
so
But
let
you
me
know what? I
let me
thank you. And I'll see you at four
yeah.
o'clock, right?
Jacqueline, I got just a
Because I
couple of
gotta
more quick
go.
questions because I need to
Okay.
better prepare. So I just want to ask you this. Let's say we were to list this property and we found a buyer that offered a price that you're happy with, and they wanted to close in 45 days. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that'll be fine because I'm not in a rush. They can
Okay.
close in 45 days, 60 days, 30 days. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, okay, then
Okay.
I gotta go.
Jacqueline, are you the only decision maker? Is there anybody else that needs to be present for our meeting?
No, I'm the only decision maker.
You're the only one that makes a decision. You're the only one on the title that needs to sign. Yes, is that correct?
Well, I'm not the only one on title, but I'm the decision maker.
Oh, I see. Okay, and I asked this question because this is very important. Obviously, you're the decision maker, but somebody else would have to sign as well. Who is that person?
That would be my husband.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, and I just
okay.
let him know
Yeah.
what took place and
Yes,
all of that
yes, yes.
and
Jacqueline,
okay.
quick question for you. Will he be there at 4 p.m. today?
No, he doesn't get off until 5:30. So
Ah,
I'll
okay.
be,
Okay.
so then
Well,
I'll
and
meet
so,
with you.
yeah, Jacqueline, I appreciate that. And I definitely want to meet with you. I feel like, listen, you're not in a hurry, but we're talking about Hawaii. There's no reason why you should sit here when I know that I can sell this property for you and get you top market price. However, it is my business practice to meet with both buyers and sellers like yourself when everyone who's on title is actually present. So since your husband get home between 5 and 5:30, can we go ahead and move our meeting to 6 p.m. so he could be present as well?
Um, I mean, that's fine. I'll let him know. I mean,
Okay,
there's no
good.
big
So
deal. He doesn't have any questions or anything like
yeah,
that.
no,
I'm
no,
the
it's
decision maker.
yeah, totally fine. And at the same time, even though you make the decision, this is a very important decision. And hey, if he happens to have a question, you would let him ask me, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, perfect. So let's move the meeting to 6 p.m. And I have one last question for you. I promise this is the last one. Jack,
Okay.
I know you're not looking to list this property right now, especially to have the same experience, which is waste 6 months. However, I want to ask you this hypothetical question. If at the end of our meeting today, you are absolutely confident that I can sell this property for you, I could do it quickly, even though you're not in a hurry. But if you're going to sell it, there's no reason why you should prolong the process. And most importantly, I can get you top market price for your home. If you are confident at the end of our meeting that I can do that for you, would you consider hiring me to let me sell this home for you?
Well, maybe I consider, but my husband and I would probably have to discuss it and so forth.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand. It's a very
Okay.
important decision. I appreciate the opportunity. And Jacqueline, I'll tell you, I am confident that when we meet, you will clearly see why we should be working together. I'll see you and your husband today at 6 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm.
That was great, Jacqueline.
It was.
Yes, you played a great role of an expired. Don't
Oh,
you agree?
that's how they are.
And I bet everybody watching would say, yeah, she was pretty realistic because yeah, that's how they are. Exactly. You call them every day, right?
That's right. I call them every day. And what stuns me from me is when they tell me I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go.
Okay.
And so it's like, okay, do
Oh,
I
that's
continue?
why you said I gotta go to me. Like what?
That's right. I
I-
gotta go. I gotta go. And I have had them to hang up on me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they do, but I gotta ask you this though. Um, what?
Huh?
From how you heard me handle the I gotta go, what did you learn?
Well, what I saw, let me see, and what I that you just kept going. You know, you kept going, and you did say, "I have a few, just a couple of more minutes," and you just kept going.
Hmm.
You didn't stop. And so in my head, what I for me, when I see that, when I do that, I feel like they're they are not. I'm not hearing what they're saying, and I have had someone to tell me, "Listen, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I have to go,
Right.
and I'm getting ready for work, and I gotta go."
Right. So Jacqueline, let's talk about this for a moment. We're still on the video here. I was so excited. I started clapping like you were a great expired.
Oh,
Let's talk about this for a minute. You said I've had him hang up on me, and sometimes they will. They'll just hang up on you, right? So what and if they say you're not hearing me, I says, no, Jacqueline, I totally hear what you're saying. I just gotta ask you. And you move quickly through this, right? At some point they may say, look, I really gotta go, click, and they hang up. What do you have to lose by continuing to go like I did with you? Okay, some people will hang up, some people won't. Some people are really in a hurry because they gotta go somewhere. Some people are just saying that to get rid of
off the
call.
phone.
So it's how you approach the call and the urgency you create and what you say that causes them to all of a sudden like, maybe I gotta listen to what this agent's saying. Maybe I should give her 20 minutes. That's what's gonna keep them engaged, and they'll forget that they're saying to you, I gotta go somewhere. But
Well,
if
that's in the pre-qualification. That's in pre-qualifying them. That's when they say they have to go.
yeah, no, I
I
know.
got the appointment, but now when I go to the other part, that's when they say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
but
I gotta go. I gotta go."
cannot. I know that's when you said it to me too. I remember, but you cannot. Um, you notice how because of that, I shortened the prequel. I was moving quickly through the
Yes,
questions, and
yes, you did.
you're in a hurry, so we're like, okay, I hurry too. I'm mimicking and matching because that shows you that yeah, I'm paying attention. I'm not being sluggish here. I get, but I
Right.
have to. There's certain questions you cannot skip. You cannot just
That's right.
oh, okay, sure, I'll see you at 4 o'clock. No. I ain't gonna be
Right.
there at 4 o'clock until I have these questions answered because
Right.
you don't want to waste your time. You
Right.
show up and you're unprepared. So anyway, I really
Okay.
appreciate Jacqueline you doing this with me. I trust that everybody watching, they'll learn some stuff and it'll help them set expired appointments. So thank you again.
Yes. You're welcome.